You've seen him on Comedy Central, on The Tonight Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alonzo Bodden.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this one's going to be fun. Thank you. All right. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, all right. Have a seat, kick back. We're going to laugh at shit tonight. Oh, by the way, I did win season 3 of Last Comic Standing. Thank you. A lot of people didn't know that because NBC didn't show it. You know, they found out the black guy won, canceled the whole shit. I can't get too mad at him because I won $250,000. So, yeah. So it's hard to complain to people and tell them how you got ripped off when you got $250,000 out of the deal. Yeah, NBC treated me like shit. It was bastards. Only gave me $250,000. Shut the hell up. Yeah. But that was great. But this is what I love, man. I love doing it live. You know what I'm saying? Just being with the crowd, because this is where the energy's at, man, and it's what I do all the time. I've been traveling like crazy since the show, you know. I started touring in Florida. I was there for that beautiful Florida, all right? Yeah. I was there for hurricane season. I was, and I actually learned something being there. I didn't know that hurricanes actually look for trailer parks. They do. It's like they circle, like, where are the trailers at? There they are. Wham! And you know what I love? Those people go right out and buy another trailer, don't they? Huh? You think after 3-4 hurricanes you'd invest in some brick or some shit, you know? I don't know why people worry about nature. You know, people always worry about protecting nature. You don't have to protect Mother Nature. Mother Nature will take care of herself. You ever notice when Mother Nature gets tired of humans, just wham, wipes us out? We had the tsunami, right? Terrible tragedy. Hundreds of thousands of people died. You know what I hate about a story like that? Something like that happens, and the next day is when all the experts come out. Right? They come out talking like, oh, there were underwater earthquakes, and we had sonar. And you didn't know shit. Huh? If you knew something, why don't you tell somebody? You want to know what's going on in nature, you have to watch nature for clues. Right? They said the week before the tsunami, all the elephants in Indonesia started going crazy. Let me tell you something. If you see a herd of elephants running uphill, it's time to get your ass off the beach. Really. I'm not even sticking around. I'm going to tell you, if I see a herd of elephants running, I'm going where they going. I'm with them. I was in Dallas, man. Got a little nervous in Dallas. Guy called me a Yankee down there. You know, and I'm thinking, like, I don't play baseball, but... No, he meant real, man, like Civil War Yankee. I'm like, look, man, I don't know if you heard, but you guys lost. We's free now, you know. I'm sorry, man. I get nervous in the South. I don't like being anywhere that mosey is a speed. Because that's what they do down there, man. I get in the cab, it's like, we gonna mosey on down to the airport. No, how about we hurry the hell up and get to the airport? Because it's getting dark out here. There's a lot of trees and shit around. And I've heard rumors. You know, the South isn't all bad. You just have to know where you're at. If you're not from the South, you don't necessarily know what's cool. Because some towns in the South are still in a time warp. You know. See, I think every town in the South should have a welcome sign that lets you know what year it is. That way you don't slip and end up in the wrong town. Yeah. As soon as you pull in, it'll be like, it's 1937, boy. Know your place. Thank you. I won't be stopping in your little town. You pull into another town, it's 1967. You're close, but not quite there. Okay. I can get gas, I just won't spend the night. Then you pull into another town, it's 2005, go on, have a white girl. Thank you. think I'll stick around for a while. I was in Iowa, man. I was in Iowa in January. It was 7. See, but it wasn't just 7. The weatherman had the nerve to say it would be a high of 7. Let me tell you something. 7 is never a high, all right? You know what 7 is? You open the door like, shit ain't that important. Wham! It was 7, man. Are you familiar with the concept of shrinkage? I looked down and thought I was Asian. Went to Nebraska. Very educational thing going to Nebraska. Because I didn't know anything about Nebraska other than that they call the people corn huskers. Now I know why. Nebraska has the biggest white people in the world. No, you know, I mean, they are huge. White people so big, they walk around slapping Samoans like, whack, you little bitch. Oh, big, man. The white people in Nebraska so big, when they call you nigger, you just say, yes, sir. TV is great, too, man. You know what I love about television? Television is the true barometer of America, right? If you want to know what we're thinking, don't listen to those polls and they got those pie charts in USA Today. Forget all that. Just watch what we watch on television, right? The election. What was the big issue in the election? The moral values of America. Yeah, right. Desperate Housewives is a #1 show on TV. I don't think there's a lot of moral values going on there. I did learn something watching that show, though. I didn't know that white women just hang around the house waiting to fuck strangers all day. Really, this comedy don't work out, I'm going to become a gardener. Television changed in 2004. It was one moment changed television forever. We all remember where we were at that exact moment. Sitting at home, minding your own business, watching the Super Bowl. Next thing you know, bam! Janet Jackson's titty. Right? And America came to a stop, man. There was no talk of war, no terrorism. There's a titty on my television. What the hell is going on? And the thing was, we weren't even sure it was a titty when it first happened. You know, because it happened so fast. You're like, was that a titty? I think it was a titty. Then they came back in slow motion. See, I told you it was a titty. There's a titty on my television. What about the children? They always put that on the end, right? What about the children? You know something? It was good for the children. Those children got to see Janet Jackson's beautiful, round, surgically enhanced titty. Not those raggedy-ass National Geographic titties we grew up with. I say those kids have something to shoot for. A lot changed, man. Mention the election. We learned a lot about politics, man. I'm in California now. Nice to be back in a blue state. Yeah, we're in a blue state. I was messing around in red states, got a little dangerous. Because you got to know where you're at now. You can't just fuck around. You got to know if you're in a blue state or a red state. Who knew the Crips and Bloods had our political system figured out? And it's scary what's going on now. Because it scares me because the conservatives are in charge. Right? And whenever they always talk about America. This is America. So bring back the good old days. I'm black. Not like we have good old days. You ain't never seen a bunch of black people standing around, oh man, remember the back of the bus? There was always a seat in the back of the bus. You know, then Bush came out and said he had a mandate, and I'm thinking, not really, you got 51%, basically your ass got lucky. You know, but I can't get mad at him because I don't think he really knows what mandate means. Really, I think they should tell him it's some gay shit. Right, he started backpedaling. I meant woman date. I didn't know. I don't know, man. A lot of issues going on. Of course, we got the war on terror. That's the biggest thing right now, the war on terror. And we're not doing too well in the war on terror. See, and I think that was our mistake, calling it a war on terror. Because we've never won a war on anything. Right? Declared war on poverty, still got poor people. Declared war on drugs. Since then, they've invented crack and ecstasy. Obviously, the dope dealers ain't scared. See, I don't think we should have had a war on terror. I think we should have went wild on terror. Seriously, send some drunken sluts from E! Channel over to Iraq. Right? And distract them a little bit. And I say the first one we can send is Paris Hilton. That's right. I will pay for the ticket myself. Is there anyone more annoying? Just no talent, no brain, nothing to say. On TV, all of the Paris Hilton news. Who gives a shit? Paris Hilton lost her sidekick. Who the hell gave her a real one? You know hers was supposed to be filled with candy. Paris Hilton lost her dog. She didn't lose her dog. That dog escaped. He's a chihuahua. I saw him at the bar drinking with the Taco Bell dog. I don't know, man. See, that's the thing about the conservative agenda, though, man. A lot of hate. A lot of groups we got to be mad at. Sometimes I get a little confused. I'm not sure who we're supposed to hate anymore. Okay, now I know we're supposed to hate the Arabs. All right, they're at the top of the list. If you sit next to an Arab, go ahead and hit them because we don't like them at all. But there's a few things about the war I don't understand, okay? Now, okay, we finally agreed on the reason we went. We went to go after Saddam because he's evil, and we found him hiding in a hole, which happened to be on top of a lot of oil, which seemed convenient, you know. But then they say don't worry about Osama anymore because he's on the run and he's hiding in a cave, and he don't really have shit other than a really nice TV studio, right? But then they started scaring me because they brought God into the war. You know, and they said that our God said we have to go after them because they're evildoers. But then their God said they have to come after us because we're the great Satan. So I'm thinking, okay, if there's only one God, then he's really schizophrenic. But if there's more than one God, I'm going to stick with ours because he has nuclear weapons. Congress, another group I don't understand. Don't understand Congress. When did they lose their mind? Congress was originally designed to be ordinary people that went to Washington to represent ordinary people. Somewhere along the line, we're still ordinary people. They don't have a fucking clue, all right? Really. We got problems. They're sitting up there fat, dumb, and happy. I think we need to break them down a notch. Treat Congress like ordinary people, right? Deal with the stuff we got, because we got things going on. We got like unemployment, healthcare, jobs going overseas. I say, okay, we'll treat you the same way. And the first thing we can do is downsize Congress, right? And do it the same way they do to us. Just call them all in the room. Just say, ladies and gentlemen, we've called you all here. We got some bad news for you. We're going to have to let some of you go. Seems we found a group of people who will lie to us much cheaper over in India. Tired of politicians, man. People ask me why I always make fun of the right-wing politicians, you know. I try to make fun of the Democrats, but they can't form an opinion for me to aim at. Every time I come up with a Democratic joke, they change their fucking minds. I gotta rewrite the whole act. And I can make fun of the right because I know they're not here. They're not, because they don't come to comedy shows. They're too busy at home watching cartoons trying to figure out who's gay. Really, how much free time do you have to figure out SpongeBob SquarePants is gay? And the amazing thing is, it doesn't bother them that it's a talking fucking sponge. Right? It's a talking sponge. His best friend is a starfish. He lives in a pineapple. Oh, that's fine. No drugs involved in that idea. But he's gay. Now we've got a problem. Right? Because gay people are on the hate list. We're mad at gay people because gay people want to get married, and that's going to ruin the American family. Now, I've traveled all over the country. I've been around a few years. I've seen a lot of things in my life. I have never seen a bunch of militant gays running through the suburbs trying to break up families. But then I figure ever since the Red Sox won, any shit is possible. That's right. I'm happy the Red Sox won. Even though I'm from New York, I'm happy the Red Sox won. You know why? Because now a lot of old people in Boston can die. Huh? So isn't that what they showed us all season long? Just people in Boston, 140, 150 years old, just once in my life. All right, fine, they won. Check out. But why is everyone mad at the gay people, man? The church speaks out against the gay people. I'm like, excuse me, don't you guys have some problems of your own to work on? You know, because I don't know how it's going to be when, like, Judgment Day comes, but I don't know. Say it's like, like DMV. Right? And they have, like, different lines to stand in depending on what sin you committed. I think you're better off in the gay people get married line than in the I touch little boys line. That's right. There's going to be a lot of explaining to do over in that line. Then on a personal note, see, because politics, it always comes down to how it affects you personally. I can't hate gay people because I have a lot of gay friends, you know, because I work out with gay guys at the gym. I do, because my only goal at the gym is to get into gay shape. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Gay men are the most ripped, listen, I don't know how strong you have to be to blow a guy. But I'm guessing there's some muscle involved. That joke hurt you because you visualized it. You took that one a step too far on your own. Who else is on the list? Illegal aliens. Another group we're mad at. Why? What's their big crime? They sneak into the country to do shitty jobs nobody else wants for no money at all, and you want to get rid of them? I'm thinking we could use a few more. There's still some shit I don't feel like doing. You know? And you know what really kills me? You know, this being California, somehow Arnold became our governor, right? Which I'm still trying to figure out. But Arnold speaks out against immigration. Right? And whenever he does it, all I'm thinking is, you know, Arnie, you ain't exactly from around here. I don't know if you watch the movies, but you talk a little funny yourself. I mean, this is California. What do the illegal aliens do here? They sneak in to pick fruits and vegetables. Who else gonna do it? Huh? Because I tell you right now, black people, we ain't picking shit. All right? We have served our picking time. That's right. And white people, God bless you, but you couldn't do it if you wanted to. Hell, you guys stand in the sun, you'll get cancer. I'm cool with illegal aliens, man. And I'll tell you why, okay? Again, it's personal. Let me explain, okay? I'm in the process of buying a house right now, right? Oh, and by the way, I am buying shit, okay? No, because I won some money, I'm buying shit. Because you get money, people are like, oh, you better save your money. No, I've been broke a long time. I am buying shit, all right? First thing I bought was a car. I bought a new car. Love the car, hate the process of buying a car. Why is it when you go to buy a car, the price is the biggest secret? Now, that's the one thing they never want to tell you, right? You can forget the price on the commercial, because no one in history has ever paid the price on the commercial. Because they always add shit, right? As soon as you get there, the dealer's like, oh, well, you know, we got things you didn't see on the commercial, like reverse. They didn't back up on the commercial. We got that here. Right? Then they send you to the various criminals at the dealership. You have to go talk to the finance guy, right? And you can forget that 0% shit, because no one's ever qualified for 0%. Just let that one go. Okay, then he starts selling you shit you don't need. Southern California, what you need is some rust proofer. No, maybe not, you know? Then they send you to the insurance guy. And I hate insurance. I do. You know why? Insurance is the only thing we buy that we're actually afraid to use. Right? When you have an accident, what's the first thing you say? Don't tell the insurance company. No, whatever you do, don't tell them. I'll keep sending the extortion money. We'll work this out ourselves. I hate insurance, man. I had this lady trying to sell me life insurance. Let me tell you something. I'm single. I don't have any kids. If I die heavily in debt, I won. I swear, I had fantasies about burning down an insurance company just so they have to make a claim. So anyway, so I'm buying this new house, right? Because I have a house now, but I have an old house and things break around the house and I don't know how to fix houses, okay? I try watching those stupid TV shows, that extreme makeover crap. Oh, you can do this at home. No, you can't. Those are trained professionals with special tools, right? You ever watch those stupid shows? At the beginning of the show, they show you a pile of wood, they go to commercial, come back, it's a bookcase. You can change a toilet in 15 minutes. No, you can flood your house in 15 minutes. If you need a toilet, I suggest you call a plumber. All right, but I watch these shows, then I get all hyped up like I'm gonna do shit. So I go to Home Depot, right? And I hate Home Depot, man. I do. You know why I hate that store? Because you can never find that son of a bitch in the orange vest. Right? All you see are glimpses of orange where he used to be. There he is. He's over there. He moved over there. He's over there. That's a t-shirt. You don't even work here. Where is he? They scramble like rats when the lights come on. But you know what you can find? Illegal aliens in the parking lot. That's right. And they are anxious to work, man. You don't even have to stop the truck. You just slow down, they dive in the back, and they can fix anything. I hired them to paint my house. They were done before I told them what color. You guys are a good crowd, man. I like you guys. You know why? Because you're laughing at shit. Really, because people get upset over jokes. I had no idea how upset people got over jokes until I started telling jokes on television. People will write in complaining, man, get mad. They call me a racist, you know, because I do black-white jokes. They're like, oh, Alonzo's a racist. And I am not a racist, man, far from it. As a matter of fact, I'm learning to be black from young white kids now. That's right, because they're better at it than I've ever been. You see them, they just walk around angry. Yo, brother, represent. The only time I want to hear a white guy represent is if he's my lawyer. I'm sorry, it throws me. Whenever a white guy starts talking to me like he's black, it throws me off. It's weird. It's like a cat barking. This shit ain't natural. And they got it down, man. You see them, they walk around, the pants are sagging. They call each other nigga now. Right? And they start talking to me about the evils of the white man. So now I find myself in this backwards, like Twilight Zone position where I am actually defending white people to other white people. I'm talking to the kids like, look, the white man ain't all bad. Nah, give him a chance, he'll grow on you. Shoot, I happen to be a fan of the women. That's right, I said I love black women, love white women too. That's why I can't really hate white men, because we need them for breeding. Because sometimes the brothers get a little militant. They be like, kill Whitey. I'm like, slow down. Now let's think this through now. No, really, man, I like white people. I like playing with white people. Little secret I'm gonna let you in on white people. Black people, we love playing with you guys. You know my favorite thing to do to white people? Something will happen, they'll look at me, oh yeah? Because I'm black. And that fucks y'all up, man. It does, I can see it. You're like, oh boy, here we go. 400 years of shit, it's all my fault, right? So I'm gonna help you out, white people. I'm gonna do a little public service announcement. I'm gonna give you the proper response when a black person challenges you and says, because I'm black. They'll be angry, they'll be talking blah, 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 because I'm black. And right in that moment, you stop, you look them right in the eye, and you just say, damn right, nigger, and run like hell. See, because there's gonna be a moment he's so shocked you said that shit that he can't actually move. And that's your chance to get away. That's just a joke. Don't actually try that. We will catch your ass, I promise. But it's going on long enough, man. Black and white people, we need to stop the fight, all right? We need to learn to get along. We got to work together, really. I'm not looking for applause. We got to work together and keep an eye on them Latinos. Oh, because they're growing fast, man. You better watch, because they've already passed us. That's right. There are more Latinos than black people in America, and I'm not too happy about that. I'm not, because you know it's only a matter of time before we lose our month. Right? As soon as they figure it out, there'll be Latino History Month, and all we'll have left is Cinco de Negro. I'm just kidding. You know, there's Latinos in the house. I'm just joking. Don't cut me after the show. Joke. I love Latinos, but you guys got to help me out, man. All right? First of all, pick a name, okay? No, Rick, because I don't know what to call you, because sometimes it's Latino, sometimes it's Hispanic, sometimes you divide up in individual countries, you know. I don't know where the hell you're from. See, black people, we change names, but we tend to do it as a group. Now, see, when we got here, we were niggers. And we ain't picked that one, but it stuck. But then they set us free, we were colored. Then we got mad, we were black. Now we got some money, we're African American. And we have to say African American because we don't know exactly in Africa where we're from, you know. Seriously, it's like a thing with black people, like we don't know exactly what country we're from because other cultures, they know. You know, like Latin people, you know what country you're from. You'd be like, oh, where you from? Mexico? Oh, yeah. Puerto Rico? Oh, yeah. Fuck you. Because the Mexicans and Puerto Ricans, they don't really get along, but they, you know, but they know, right? And then white people, you could be, oh, I'm Italian, I'm French. You never see that with black people. You never see two black people walking down the street. What's Congo? Fucking Nigeria, what's up, brother? What else I get in trouble for? I got in trouble for joking about sports. You know, so I talk a lot about sports. Because I have like a love-hate relationship with sports. I love sports. I hate athletes. No, I shouldn't say I hate athletes. I'm just tired of athletes. You know, listening to all that bullshit. You know, Barry Bonds comes out. I didn't know I was on steroids. Well, hell, Barry, you should have asked us. We figured that one out years ago. Just didn't want to ruin it for you. Right? And then Barry came out and did this whole interview about how he's being persecuted because he's a black athlete. It's like, no, Barry, you're being persecuted for being an asshole, all right? Being black has nothing to do with it. Because, you know, once he says that, see, it's a weird thing that happens. For some reason, when one black person does something, we all get lumped in. We get tagged with that kind of behavior. So now Barry says that, then all the other black athletes, they got to start answering the same stupid questions. See, and this isn't new. I think this has happened all through history, man, really. I believe a couple of 100 years ago, there was some brother who was hungry. You know, no steak around. Brother had some chicken. Next thing you know, we're tagged for life. 500 years ago, some brother in Africa, minding his own business, happened to be growing cotton. Europeans showed up, now we're all employed. But these athletes, they blow me away because they complain. And they got the greatest job in the world, right? You get to play a game, you get paid millions of dollars. An athlete's job, they have the ultimate perk. They get away with crime. Right? Athletes never have to go to jail for their crime. And it's kind of a good thing they get away with crime because they're the dumbest criminals in the world. Right? No athlete could break the law without getting caught because they're just not too sharp, you know? Damon Stoudemire plays basketball for the Portland Trailblazers. Got caught smuggling weed onto an airplane. Do you know why they caught him? Because he wrapped it in aluminum foil. Yeah, stop and think about that one for a minute, all right? I don't even know what color we're up to. We're up to like triple red alert at the airport. And yet the metal detector is new technology today. He got to be the only guy at the airport like, hey, what's this doorway thing? Fox is new. They get away with crime, man. We all saw the fight, right? The Pistons and the Pacers got into that big-ass fight. Did you notice something at the end of the fight? No one went to jail. How does that work? You're fighting in a public place. Last I heard, that's illegal. Bunch of people in here start fighting. You know what happened? Cops come in, take a bunch of people to jail. Cops don't come in and say, listen, we're going to review the videotape. And if we notice anything, we'll be in touch. Kobe Bryant. That's my favorite. I love Kobe. Kobe got the ultimate job benefit. Kobe got time off from work for his rape trial. All right, I don't care if you're employee of the month. At no point do you get time off for your rape trial. You cannot call the boss and be like, yeah, listen, boss, yeah, gonna be a little late again today. Yeah, got this whole rape thing going on, you know. I don't know, she just won't let it go. But that's not what got me in trouble, man. I got in trouble for joking about the Olympics, you know, because I was talking about the Olympics, specifically women's gymnastics. Because I love women's gymnastics, man. I do. That's right. I didn't know I was a pedophile. No, really, you watch women's gymnastics and you just have to register the next day, man. I just woke up and went to the sheriff's office like, look, I didn't know I was sick, but you know, they climbed up on that balance beam, you know, I'll just sign right here. I did that joke on the show and people wrote in and called me a pedophile, you know. As if I were a pedophile, I would announce it on network television. Come on, you know if I was a pedophile, I'd be hanging out at Neverland with Mike. That's right, because Mike's in trouble. Mike, I don't know if he did it or not. I'm not going to get into guilty and not guilty. I look at it this way. Whatever they do to Michael Jackson, they need to do to that kid's parents. You know what I'm saying? Really. Because they left their kid with Michael Jackson. Not like there weren't a few warning signs. You know? I mean, I love Mike. I think he's one of the great entertainers of our time. But let's face it, there's one like him in every family. You love him, but you don't leave the kids with him. You know something might turn out wrong. Another big case going on down in Tennessee. It's another one of those cases where the woman teacher was having sex with the male student. That's not sexual abuse. That's a dream come true. Really, the only reason a guy reports that is so he has an actual written transcript to prove it to his friends. You see, she was blowing me. Look, it's right here. But why do people get upset over jokes? No such thing as a mean joke, right? A joke's either funny or it's not funny. And if I hear a funny joke, you know what I do? I laugh. That's what I do. I don't form a focus group to see who got hurt by a joke. I laugh at sick shit. You know something? So do you. You do. People love a sick joke. Then as soon as you tell it, you're like, oh, he's an asshole. How could he say that? I like the sick ones, man. What's the funniest thing in the world about a midget? The look on his face when he's airborne. Oh, look, you cover your face. That's terrible, isn't it? Yeah, but it's funny. And you know something? The next time you see a midget, you're going to laugh your ass off. You're going to laugh right in his little face. And if he gives you any trouble, kick him. Because he's a midget and no one really cares. I tried to do that joke on TV. NBC wouldn't let me. Really, they're like, there's no kicking midgets on our network. You take that shit down to Fox. Yeah, that's right. Because you know Fox would let you kick a midget. Right? Fox would be like, listen, Alonzo, any way you can set fire to the midget? You kick a flaming midget, we'll give you your own show. Some of you are still shaking your head. You think that's terrible. But if I pulled a midget out of my pocket, set him on fire, and kicked him to the back of the room, this would be the best show you've ever seen in your life. You'd be like, oh, it was funny, but when he pulled out that midget, oh, my God. I lost it at that moment. People say that joke is mean. They're like, what are you going to do if you're doing a show and a midget comes running to the stage? I'm going to pull out a lighter and prove my point. I got to work with a little guy once. I got to work with Vern Troyer. For those who don't know, that's Mini-Me. He'd like to, yeah, Mini-Me was cool, man, because he's got really cool toys. He has a custom Mercedes, right? And you know what's custom about it? The pedals come all the way up to the steering wheel just so he can drive it. So he leaves the keys in it, because who the hell gonna jack Mini-Me's car? Unless you're a Shriner, you ain't driving that shit. But the coolest thing he did, right, he hangs out at the Playboy Mansion. So he showed up one day with this 6-foot-tall Playboy chick, and we're just, hanging around waiting. He's like, hey, watch this. And he just looked up and walked right between her legs. And we were like, Mini-Me, you are the man. But that is some shit I will never experience in my lifetime. I don't even know why I'd want to. It just seemed really cool. So I guess I got to talk about me a little bit, Weird, I was on a reality show so people know about my life, so I got to give you a life update. Not a lot's changed, man. I'm still single. I still don't have any kids. I don't know if I have kids, man. Kids scare me, really. I mean, not like one-on-one. I'm pretty confident I could take a kid. It's the idea of having kids, man. Because I have friends with kids and they tell me stories. From what I understand, they want to eat every day. Yeah, see, now that's going to be a problem for me. Because I can't have no little hungry, unemployed person hanging around my house. Really, I'll be talking to me like, look, kid, I'll trade you in for a midget. I can kick him. I remember when I was a kid, man. I remember my father having to talk. A lot of fathers have to talk. He's like, you're going to be 18 soon. The boy becomes a man. Now, you can go to the Army, you can go to college, or you can go to work. The key word here is go. Get your broke ass out of my house. Different now, though. Kids are bad now, man. Kids shooting up schools, And it's a sad commentary on our society. We're not even shocked anymore, right? You read about a kid shooting up a school, you're like, oh, well, another kid shot up a school. Yeah, guess he couldn't make friends. You know the story I'm waiting to hear? When the teacher shoots back. Oh, it's only a matter of time, man. We are a gun-crazed society. You're going to hear about it. Little Johnny pulls a gun, teacher blows his brains out. Highlights at 11. 11 o'clock news, they'll show the class. Every kid, quiet. Mr. Johnson done lost his mind. I like gun stories, man. You know my favorite gun story? The hunter in Wisconsin that went berserk and started shooting the other hunters. Okay, again, tragic that people died. But think about it from a deer's point of view. If you're a deer, this is the most amazing thing you have ever seen. Right? The deer were like, what the hell? The hunters are shooting the hunters. Right? He's calling the other animals like, yo, bear, raccoon, get over here. No, forget the water hole. Get over here. Look, the hunters are shooting the hunters. Just like the prophecy. So it's all good, man. My family's loving it. Love my family. They're having a good time. My brother's a computer geek. He is a computer genius. I don't like them at all. I don't, 'cause they always make me feel stupid. They always want to explain to me how computers work. Like I give a shit. Right, you know what I want to know about computers? I want to point, click, and let the magic happen. All right? I don't really care how the computer works. When I was doing a show in the Silicon Valley, they were bragging to me about computer chips. Like people talk about their cars and stuff. They're like, oh, my chip does 1 million things. Oh, my chip does 20 million things. I got tired of it. I said, look, I'm from L.A. We discovered a better use for silicone. My sister, she works with teachers. That's why I can't make too much fun of teachers anymore. She got on me for doing that. Because teachers always complain about not getting paid. Athletes get paid millions. How come teachers don't get paid millions? Because 20,000 people ain't paid to watch you teach. Yeah, there's another one that'll get me in trouble. I talk about work because I used to do honest work. I wasn't always a comic. I used to be an airplane mechanic, till they started drug testing. That's when I knew I had to let that one go. And I said that on TV, and people ask me if it's true. They're like, Alonzo, did you really do drugs? Yeah. Why would you do drugs? They work. I had to give them up, man. I tell you what happened. I got busted. All right? Now, I don't know if you've ever been to jail, but if you haven't been to jail, don't go. No, really, because they're tough in jail, man. I mean, I talk a lot of shit on stage, and I'm from New York, but I'm from the suburbs of New York, Basically, I'm an angry suburban Negro. Right? I'm bad at, like, Starbucks, Oh, I'll whip your ass over a Frappuccino. But jail, that's a whole different level, man. I didn't want to mess with it, So instead, I went to rehab, and that was cool, because when I got out of rehab, they gave me a certificate, and that gave my mother something to hang on the wall. Really, because I believe that's all mothers want out of life, something they can hang on the wall. So you go to my house, right, you'll see like my brother's MBA and my sister's PhD and then my little rehab certificate. And mom knows her job is done now. She gonna watch this and lose her mind. I can't believe he mentioned the rehab on television. No, man, but it was cool. They got a lot of rules in rehab, though. They told me I had to get a sponsor, right? And I'm thinking, cool, Nike will pay for this shit? I had no idea. I'll wear the Air Rehabs. I don't care. That wasn't quite what they meant. It meant I had to get a mentor, and the first thing he tells me is I'm not supposed to have sex for a year. And I'm thinking, look, man, if I can't have sex for a year, I'm going to need a drug to take the edge off. Long time. No, they have it all figured out. They're like, no, this is what we do. First thing we're going to do, we're going to give you a plant. See, then if you take good care of the plant, then you get a pet. Then I guess if you do good with the pet, you get a human. I don't know, because I didn't make the year. I told them, look, if I got to wait a year, this better be one ugly pet. That's right. Something liable to get violated in a year's time. I didn't do that joke on the show because I lose votes in West Virginia. Not married either. But I know I'm going to have to get married because I keep getting in these situations where I need a woman's advice. I keep doing things that I just shouldn't be doing on my own. I'm buying this house, right, and it's all new, so I have to pick out stuff. So I had to pick out floors and countertops, man, and thank God I had a couple of women friends with me because I didn't know there was that much I don't know. See, you got to learn things, ladies. I have backsplash. Yeah, see, women know what I'm talking about. Guys are like, well, shake it again. What's wrong with you? Okay, let me explain to you because I didn't know what I was buying, okay? I bought granite countertops because apparently they're in fashion, right? So backsplash is how far up the wall the countertop goes because you have to protect the wall. And apparently it's more important to protect the wall with granite, which costs $1,000 a square foot, than paint I can get some Mexican to put on for $5 an hour. I had no idea. And then they start with the floor thing, and there's like a million kinds of things to put on the floor, So I got tile in the bathroom, and I found out, hey, you have to pay extra for grout, And guys, that's that stuff that looks like toothpaste that goes between the tile. And you would think that shit's free, right? No, apparently, and I'm getting upset now. I'm like, oh, so what if I don't pay for it? What, they're going to just throw the tile down on the floor? And that's when they made me sit in the corner. And then I got tired of the whole thing because it's a long, I'm like, look, forget it. What if I don't order floors? What, you just going to put in dirt? And then I had to go sit in the car. So I got new floors. I have no idea what they're going to look like. But that's where I find myself, in situations where I don't know what the hell is going on. The dumbest thing I ever did, I went to Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, just walked right in there, man. Now I know how women feel when they talk to car mechanics. Right? When you have that vague sense you're being ripped off, but you don't really know what the hell they're talking about? Because I needed sheets for the bed, right? So I go in the store, I got $50, I'm going to buy sheets for the bed. Look, women are laughing already. She's shaking her head like, wow, he didn't look stupid. They just started telling me shit, man. They sold me a duvet cover. And I don't have a duvet. I don't think. Then they get mad at me. They're like, do you have a comforter? Yeah, well, you gotta protect it. I had no idea it was under attack. Apparently there is some unknown shit attacking the bed when I'm not around. And then they sold me pillow shams. And I figured out what the sham is. You have to buy extra pillows just to put in them. You have to buy pillows you're never gonna sleep on to protect from the unknown shit attacking the bed. Because they say a good woman will make you a better man. Right? That's what it goes. Problem is, good women ain't my type. Really, I never had no use for good women. You know what I like? I like psycho chicks. I do, man. I love psychos. You know why? Because sex with a psycho, oh my God. Yeah, that's right. You clapping. You got one. You know what I'm talking about. You go to bed with a psycho, you will learn shit. First thing you learn is how to sleep with one eye open. It can be a little dangerous. I don't know. It's not women, it's me. You know, I know it. When you get to a certain age, you have to accept the fact. Maybe not every woman in the world is crazy. Maybe I have a few issues of my own. I do, man. I'm commitment phobic. That's one of them. Women hate to hear that's true. I'm commitment phobic. One time, I thought about doing it. I was going to get married, and this girl said something that scared the hell out of me. She told me a guy is supposed to spend 2 months' salary on an engagement ring. Yeah, whoa. Whoa. I don't know about you, but I wasn't throwing away $200-300 on a ring. There's no need for that at all. Yeah. And also, I live in L.A., man. It's weird. It's a hard place to be single in L.A. First of all, we have far too many pretty people here. You know, L.A. is the only place in the world where you'll see the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your life, and 10 minutes later see a man even prettier. And I'm hooked on that, man. I'm hooked on physical beauty, okay? I know they say you're supposed to grow out of that, but I'm sorry. I'm hooked on it. I love beautiful women. You know, then they say, oh, that's L.A. That's that artificial beauty. I'm all right with that. You know what I'm saying? Those women are all plastic. Good for them. Those tits aren't hers. She paid for them. They're hers. I ain't asking no question. Because I love fake tits. You know, I'm not going to lie. I like fake tits because that's what we have. This is L.A., all right? You're in what? You're in Denver. They got snow. We have fake tits. I like fake tits so much when I see real ones, I'm like, ooh, starter set. And that's not right. There are guys who wanted to laugh at that, and their woman's looking at them like, laugh, I dare you. You better hope he got another midget joke, you son of a bitch. Can't help it, man. I'm hooked on beautiful women. It's a weird thing, but we're surrounded by them. And ladies, and go ahead and be beautiful. I hate when women complain about being women. You know, they say like high heel shoes. You know, I got a thing for high heel shoes. I believe women belong in high heel shoes. Right? Yeah, that's right, right? And they say, well, you don't know. You don't have to wear high heel shoes. First of all, they hurt my back, and then my legs start hurting. See, you're a man. Everything's comfortable. Nothing hurts you at all. Really, nothing hurts me at all. Let me explain something to you, ladies. Every time I reach back here for this wallet, I got like rotator cuff trouble. I got some tennis elbow shit going on, so you put your shoes on and let's go. That's right. By the way, these will be the section of jokes that keep me from getting married. Because I love women, man. Women talk a lot. You do, ladies. You talk, you know, and you talk, and then you got more to say. And you keep talking. I have trouble listening, but that don't bother you. You'll just keep talking. Yeah. There's one girl, she tried to help me out. She explained, she said, listen, Alonzo, I know we women talk a lot. But what you have to learn is some things we say are important, and other things don't matter at all. And I'm thinking, guess which file is bigger? Because ladies, when you tell a story, you lose me, all right? Because a woman won't just tell you a story. No, first she has to give you the whole backstory. Then she has to explain every character in the story. By the time she gets to the story, I don't know what the hell, what question did I ask? I don't know anymore. You ever ask a woman a simple question and they get on a roll? Huh? How was work today? how was work today? Let me tell you how work was today, all right? First of all, when I got there, I ran into Stephanie. Now, you remember that bitch. I didn't like that bitch at all, because 4 years ago, she wore the same red dress to the Christmas party as me. And then me and Stephanie walked over to the coffee room, and there was Debbie. And you know Debbie, that bitch is fucking around on her husband. And and I'm standing there like I was looking for fine. That's all I needed on that story. Because men aren't big talkers. You know it's true, ladies. Look at our pastimes. Look what men do for fun. What do we love doing? We love playing golf. You ever watch golf on TV? Huh? What's the first thing they tell you? Shh. No talking. Right? We love poker. Right? And speaking of poker, when did poker become a sport? You know what I'm saying? When did we as Americans become so lazy that we can't even get up to bowl? And, oh, pick up a ball? No, let's just play cards. We'll watch that on TV. But men love poker. You know why? There's no talking in poker. Not only isn't there any talking, there's no emotion allowed at all. If you show any emotion on your face, you lose all your money. That's our ideal shit. We're just going to sit here and not say shit and play cards. You know, because we enjoy the silence, right? What else do men like to do? You think men like to do when they get together? What else? We go to strip clubs, right? You know why we go to strip clubs, ladies? Titties and silence. It's a great combination. Here's $20. Now bounce your titties, don't say a thing. That's worth $20 any day of the week. Really, ladies, you go out, you have girls' night out, and you think we're all hooking up and hanging out and partying. No, you know what men are doing on girls' night out? We're sitting alone in a dark room, quiet. Wow, there's no noise in here. This is a great night. That's another thing about dating. Got rules on dates. Tired of women telling me the rules. No means no. Yeah, ladies, we get it. No. You ever do that? You go on a date and a woman's telling you, this girl's really telling me what she's not going to do. Well, you know I don't like oral sex. Well, you must not like jewelry. They tend to go together. Thank you guys so much, man. I'm Alonzo. Thank you. Really. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.